Hello everyone, welcome back to Mycenae House podcast. We've got the three
Stooges.
three stooges.
Yeah.
we've got Dave on my right.
Yeah.
Sorry, on my left.
Oh, I left. Oh, thank God for that. I thought I moved.
Yeah. You said hello. You said hello.
Hello there.
We've got Robin on the right.
Hello.
Right. So we've just been thinking about what we could chat about today. So we was thinking about our favourite decades. So going from the most senior ones, right? My senior house.
Yeah.
The oldest.
Sir Robin.
Sir Robin, yeah. Come on, what's your favourite decade?
The 70s. 60s.
That's right.
Yeah, he's changing now.
Some of us weren't born in.
The 60s.
I'm joking. What about you, Dave?
Well, I was around the 80s, around that time when I was growing up with music, fashion, going out, doing this, doing that. And, it was great in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking more the 60s and 70s I quite liked. And, the difference between these decades and now society was and our schools and kids playing in parks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the difference between now and then.
Yeah.
So, in our day, well, in my day, sort of in the 60s and 70s, we used to be, Mum used to kick us out after stay and play in the parks, or God knows what we got up to. Yeah. And then we come back for tea. You couldn't do that. The kids couldn't do that.
That's what it was all about, though. Now it's really dangerous in parks now, isn't it?
I mean, I must admit, the kids did break a lot of bones in them days, falling out of trees and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I was one of them.
But a bit more looked up. Would you say we was not looked after properly? I don't know. I would say.
I'd
it was just
say
different in them days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because when you look at parents today, they're just taking their kids to school and that. We used to go to school on our own.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, we used to go to school on our own, but now they go in this massive.
Never used to have school run, was it?
Yeah. Parents just give you a couple of bob, and that was it. And they used to go up to the sweet shop, get 5 fruit salads and 5 blackjacks, and on the way to school.
They get taken to school in these big tanks, these SUVs.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't start on that one.
Yeah.
I'm near a school, so they're parked up outside, sometimes out my flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're parked up out there. Then when it's the school holidays, I go, hooray!
Yeah, but I love school. We used to play old games in school, like penny up the wall, and then they threw that away. Then we had to play like with the cards, knocking the cards down, and the winner took it all. I never won.
It was fag cards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In other words, in the cigarette packet. There was all these different.
Yeah. What was it? The old Brookmont TV, I think it was PG Tips or whatever. The loose tea, you used to get the little card.
That's right.
Yeah, you used to save all them up.
Yeah, so it was tea at one time and then cigarettes at another time.
Yeah. Well, you did have the old little, because obviously I used to go, my dad used to get me 10 weights and that, and he used to have the old little card in it. Yeah, so now it just all changed. You get a packet of fags now, it's costing you nearly 20 quid. And it was only a couple of bob in those days when you used to be out to buy 2 cigarettes, didn't you, in the shops? Yeah, because all the kids from high school used to do it.
Woodbine, didn't you?
That's it.
We had a shop and the guy used to sell them single. He'd break open the packet, sell them singly to us. And then we used to get on our bikes and ride down like this old lane, down past all these old disused railway sidings down to the river at Charlton.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the lane, but there was a big firm called G.A. Harvey down there. Do you remember that?
Oh, Harvey's, I remember Harvey's and Airfix and places like that down on the bottom road, yeah.
You said you liked the 60s, yeah? That was your sort of favourite decade.
Well, that was my era, yeah.
So what did you used to get up to then in the 60s?
Well, at first, I used to think, when I was 16, oh no, it would have been 58, but anyway, it's nearly 60, isn't it? When I was 16, I used to go around with my mate Chris, looking at motorbikes in the shops. We'd go down to Greenwich, and then we'd go all the way over to Catford and all around South East London, looking at motorcycle dealers, you know.
Yeah.
And just after that, all the Hondas and Japanese bikes came in view, so to speak.
Yeah, they got really popular.
Yeah,
Japanese
Yamaha,
bikes
wasn't it? Japanese,
especially in the 70s, because I remember the 70s. All my schoolmates, we all went for motorbikes. A lot more common then than it is now, because they're so expensive now, these big motorbikes. But everyone goes around on these.
Everyone's driving around on these scooters.
Scooter
You know,
things,
you just take these all these delivery drivers. They're all scooters, isn't they now?
Yeah. Okay, well, a big thing happened in the 60s, didn't it? Something that sporting wise. Can you remember what it was?
Yes, the world must have been turned upside down because England actually won the World Cup.
Yeah, it was it. We're playing Germany, wasn't it? Germany with the
Correct.
Huh?
Yeah, 4-2. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've been trying ever since.
Yeah, we always qualify, but never do nothing.
Nearly getting there. Nearly getting there.
Well, I remember. I actually watched it. I actually watched the game because my brother was born in 1966, and instead of going to hospital, we stayed at home and watched the match.
Oh no!
That might be not quite true. Not quite true, but I do remember watching it, and I think I was only 10 then anyway. But it was quite exciting because
the old days of telly, wasn't it? Black and white.
Yeah, we had
Black and white.
Did we have colour TV then? I can't remember. Was it mainly black and white?
I don't think so.
Hang on.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Well, colour. Yeah, I think colours come more in the 70s, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Because they were really expensive, weren't they? Colour TVs.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Yeah. Yeah, because it was only Channel 1 to Channel 4 at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then we had 1, 2 and 3, then Channel 4 come along.
Yeah.
Then Channel 5.
But the football sort of changed over the years, isn't it? I mean, it used to be, back then, it used to be quite a family gathering, didn't it? Everyone used to go and watch football every week, didn't they?
Yeah, you never had things such as sponsors on your show or nothing like that.
No.
Big owners and...
But then late in the 70s and 80s, it got really like a lot of violence and gangs, didn't it, in the football. There was a lot of fighting and stuff, and that sort of put the families off, didn't it?
Yeah.
Now they're trying to bring it back so it's more family friendly.
You do see a lot of kids at football matches.
Yeah, now that's what I mean. Now it's more friendly, isn't it? It's geared more for families to go.
Yeah.
But it's still expensive though, especially when you get season tickets and that.
Yeah, when I used to live in Cholton, funny enough, you know, because every time the football, they used to come up here, park their cars. Can I look after your car, mister? Can I look after your car? Yeah, it's a 50p here or 20, 30p there. And I used to have all this money. I used to go off to Chelsea. Yeah. Oh, yeah, can I look after your car, mister? There, down in Ballygrove.
Oh, charming.
Yeah, we used to have some good days in the valley as I was growing up. Yeah. We used to go cherry, blackberry picking on the heath and in Cholton, and the lady upstairs in Chaffee House. Yeah, she used to cook us all of the old pie with it, the old blackberry pie in it. Yeah, it was good days, when you was growing up. Yeah, you ain't got nothing like that today. That's when you could just leave your keys inside the letterbox, open it up when you come out of school, let yourself in. We was very lucky in Ballygrove. Everyone knew each other. But I just went down there few weeks back, and the dodgy people that live in there now, you know, it's not very friendly.
Do you think people used to look out more?
Yeah, they did.
do
Looked
today?
out for each other. Everyone used to
Yeah.
be in everybody's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Used to have parties. Yeah, you used to have
Yeah.
that.
So now a lot of people keep themselves to themselves. I don't know if that's because they're, a bit worried about, you don't know who you're talking to or how they're going to react and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it was good. One thing I liked about it, there was no mobile phones, and that was great. I used to hate mobile phones.
Yeah.
Even now people are so ignorant. They don't talk. They just walking along, bump into you.
Yeah.
People, every time now, it's all you see is someone with a mobile in their face.
Even couples walking up, well, I assume they're a couple, you get a man and a woman, and they're both doing something with their own phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one talks anymore, It's all emails and things like that. No one ever writes a letter, do they?
No, I suppose it's like, if you go to a pub or a cafe or whatever, people are scrolling on their phones. I suppose years ago it used to be a newspaper, didn't it? They used to read their newspaper.
Because now you've got these guys on electric bikes going around and snatching them. And they're just hiring kids out now, giving them 600 quid to come and steal a phone.
Yeah.
And why do kids need to go work?
Yeah.
No one works anymore now.
Yeah, I mean, they could tighten up on the security on these phones, these
Yeah.
manufacturers, but obviously they don't care because if your phone gets nicked, you go and buy another one, don't you? But
Well, you could buy. We had all the greatest shops like down in Woolwich, but now, as I say, they're all gone now. But when I used to get my first job at Chingford Fruit Packers, when you got your first wage pay, you think, ooh. Yeah, and you didn't have to. You can just go out and it's the money was in the envelope, so you just go out and do what you want. I used to go to Woolwich, Our Price or places like that and buy your records.
yeah,
Yeah, that's all changed now, isn't it?
yeah. Well, everything's online now.
Everything's online
And you used to
now.
while away a bit of time sometimes, just go in there and pretend you want to buy a record, so you're listening in the booth, aren't you? You're listening to the latest.
I know, I must admit, I had a dodgy pair of shoes, and I went to this shop in Woolwich, and I knew I couldn't afford them, so I got these two shoes, and I ran off with them. And obviously, they're both the different feet. Yeah. It is embarrassing. Yeah. Used to think, nice pair of shoes. I left them, mate. That's it. And they were the same foot, same right feet. Yeah, it's all changed now, isn't it? Yeah, as you say, everything's basically online now, isn't it? Yeah, because when I used to go down in the park, because Marion Wilson Park, I used to love that every summer. Had a festival or something. Now they all cutbacks with the council down. They just won't do anything for anybody now.
Yeah,
It's a shame.
It is a shame that a lot of the.
Well, there was that big one in Charlton Park, wasn't it? Only about 3 or 4 years.
I haven't seen that there for ages now. It used to be.
It was about 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it? That one in Charlton Park.
But that was supposed to unfair, wasn't it? That was supposed to be every year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You used to enjoy that on a lovely sunny afternoon. Just go out, everybody. You just met everybody from everywhere.
Yeah.
From all walks of life, and it was good.
Yeah.
You hardly had any trouble there. Well, I don't think I see any trouble there, which is good. I know you had your police there and just, get like a pickpocket now and then, or someone's nicked your beer or something. And I think, because they're thinking of opening a pub up in the village now, Glen Tilbrook, a Squeeze. Apparently, someone told me they've raised a lot of money to have that pub reopened.
All right, is that?
Yeah, the White Swan in Charlton
White
Village.
Swan.
Charlton Village.
Yeah.
Charlton Village, yeah.
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 Yeah, someone told me, he said he wanted to buy a pub near where he lives, and obviously I think he lives in Charlton. Yeah, so...
Who's this?
Glenn Tilbrook, a Squeeze. You know, the one Jules Olin used to play with. He used to be a member of Squeeze, didn't he, on the piano?
Yeah. Well, Dave, you mentioned the 80s was your
Yeah.
favourite decade. What sticks out in your mind?
I think mainly the music and the way of life. We used to go out, do different things, end up by the river.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, and we used to do a hell of a lot. Go parks, have a game of cricket, have a game of football.
So basically, you made your own.
Yeah, you make your own. And I say when I lived in
enjoyment.
Valley Grove, you know, we used to have day nights, and I'd say all playing the cliffs and everywhere.
Yeah.
And we used to have a game of cannon. You know we used to work, and you know, but now, you know, there's so much in the 80s. I love the 80s so much.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of people who don't like the 80s, but I love it.
Yeah.
You know, as I say, everything was genuine. You just went out, went to a club, went to like one of these neighbourhood centres and played music and that. Yeah, and it was really good music.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
But there's so much to do in the 80s, you know, go out to clubs, go out to your local pub, or even go to your youth centres. But all they do now is they're all closed up.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's the way all the so many pubs. Well, we mentioned this before. The other podcast.
Well, pubs in the
Yeah.
old days used to open at 11, close at 3, then reopen at 7, and they used to close at 11. Yeah, half 10 on a Sunday. Yeah.
But I remember the 70s going to the pubs and that, and young kids used to go to the pub. I mean, I started going to the pub when I was 13. I mean, God knows how we got away with it in them days. I even remember when I was at school, during lunchtime, we used to go to this pub. I mean, we still had our school uniforms on. And somehow they used to let us in.
Yeah.
They used to let us in. We might buy well, obviously we couldn't buy alcohol, but we bought some crisps and cokes and stuff. And then we used to see some of the teachers in there.
That is true.
I'll never forget this one teacher we saw. We always thought he was, he liked a good old drink, but he used to go in there. We caught him in there drinking, God knows what, spirits and all that, and then he would go back, sort of.
God, when you was growing up,
we had to hide. When he came in, we had to hide. We had to duck down and hide. We couldn't see the teachers.
Like now,
in the pub.
your mother took to the pub and put you outside with a packet of crisps and a Coke.
That's
That's another
used to
the
be
old
waiting
brands.
outside.
He
used to leave you outside like,
You'd never get away with that now.
No, not now. Used to leave the kids outside. Yeah. Well, I mean, the pubs made it a bit more family friendly, didn't they? Some of these pubs, so you can bring the kids in.
Because
used to have family rooms. Remember them? Family rooms in pubs.
Yeah.
But all that's sort of gone now, isn't it? I mean,
Because I remember always going to the pub, and the saloon bar was always 2p or 20p dearer than the public bar.
Yeah.
You
don't get that now. You had a saloon bar and a public bar, didn't you?
No, yeah, it's all one now, isn't it?
Yeah. So they could do smoke and swear and God knows what.
Yeah, smoking in pubs, mate. Oh God, yeah. It's like when you go on a bus or anything, when you couldn't see nothing outside. You used to see the bus going past, and you couldn't see anybody.
Yeah.
Because smoking upstairs, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the best thing they did, wasn't it? Stop smoking.
It
was awful. I mean, I was
a
smoker.
I
was a smoker. I'm glad they stopped it.
Then they made part of the top deck non-smoking and the other half smoking.
I don't see how they can do that. It ain't going to make no difference, is it?
Then that's when I was a bus conductor, so I used to go upstairs and I'd be breathing, and I didn't used to smoke myself. Anyway, then this woman started complaining. She was in the non-smoking bit, but of course the smoke was drifting back to her, and she was complaining to me. I said, well, what can I do? It says smoking up there. What do you want me to do? Chuck him off the bus?
No, when I was growing up, when I used to, live in Valley Grove, I joined the old Charlton, joined their little football club thing. We was trained by one of their defenders, Bobby Curtis, and Chris Reeve, and Chris Reeve's brother, Peter Reeves, who played for Charlton. I used to work on the old Unigate milk run with him, done all the Valley Grove and things like that, yeah.
You used to be able to help the milkman, didn't you?
Yeah, in those days, yeah.
Did I ever do that? I don't think I've done that, but I did a paper round.
Yeah, I've done paper rounds.
That's all.
I remember how much I got for it. 3 shillings and 6 pence.
Yeah.
So that'd be 15, 16, 17 and a half pence now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Even after the Charlton matches, I used to actually sell the Evening Standard to the people doors to door, because it was all the late results and that. Yeah, and that was good. Yeah.
I remember in the sort of late 60s. I remember late 60s. We used to go around with a bucket and a sponge and go around, knock on the doors and say, "Do you want to clean your car?" That used to be quite a popular thing. And then what was it? A penny. What was that other thing? We used to. They used to give you £1, then you used to do certain jobs. You used to knock on it. I forget what it was called now. No, you don't remember that?
No.
Used to.
I had to do it when you. Well, you didn't have to do it, but I mean, they asked you to do it when you was a Boy Scout, didn't they? And stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Bob a job, wasn't
Bob
a job. That's it.
Yes,
that's what I remember.
I
Bob
don't
a job.
suppose it is.
And you could go round and you say, give you a bob for.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have to be a Boy Scout, did you?
Yeah, when I was at school, I used to go out to Scouts and you used to get your old cackles. When you got a white one, you were the
Toggle, wasn't it?
So yeah,
Toggle.
you're the top boy, weren't you? If you're the white one.
But
we used to have the yellow one for the start off, didn't we?
I would say though that in the sort of 60s and 70s, we had there was quite a good work ethic then, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Because we had to earn our pocket. Well, some people got pocket money, some people didn't. But we used to get a bit extra money, so we used to do
That's
the milk.
right.
The milk round was, I think, the milk round was the first thing we used to do, and then we went, like you say, the paper round. What other things did we used to do to earn a bit of money besides washing the cars?
I used to pick the old beer bottles up and used to be able to take them back to the off licence and they give you 10p for them.
Oh yeah, I remember that, collecting the bottles,
Yeah, I always used to collect every bottle. Oh no, but I must admit, we got over there, we pinched a couple and then we just took them back in the shop. He said, "Oh, I'm sure I remember that." And I went, "Nah." That was great. Those days, when you had all your clubs, all your pubs, and now everything just seems to have gone now, innit? There's it's just no clubs, no places where you can go.
Not the money, is it?
Yeah.
The country, I don't know, the country seems to be completely, today, they've got no money for anything.
Oh.
I mean, there's no jobs out there, there's no, councils can't afford to provide services now, they just have to, they're only capable of providing the stuff they have to by law.
Yeah.
But all these,
that's to say, we used to
clubs and stuff like that, sports,
Yeah, we used to be.
Fields have been sold off, haven't they?
Yeah, we just used to be at the adventure playground every single day after school. Yeah, that was fantastic. We didn't care about just what time you go in, what time you. Then when you had the old, it used to be light till about 10 o'clock in the evening, didn't it?
But the world has really changed now. If you look at all the different countries, you look at America now with this orange bloke. What's he called? Trump.
Yeah, orange bloke.
He's a complete maniac.
Yeah.
I mean, when he came into power, he said, "Oh, well,
narcissistic." That's what they call it.
I don't want to get involved in any of these wars. But America's going to stop all these wars. All the country. He kidnapped the
Colombian.
What's his name? What's that country called?
Was it Venezuela or was it Colombia? anyway.
Yeah.
No, he went in. He went in.
Venezuela. Yeah.
Venezuela. That's it.
Venezuela, that's
He went in and kidnapped the was he the prime minister or whatever, the leader?
Yeah.
And what?
He was
And it's all about oil. It's all about
president,
oil.
wasn't it? President like that.
It's all about oil. I mean,
president.
that's crazy. You know, it's illegal, isn't it? You can't just go in and kidnap a leader.
He's done loads of illegal things. hasn't
Yeah, I mean, look at Green. He wanted to buy Greenland, didn't he? Or take over Greenland. And what's the next bit? He wanted to take over Canada, for God's sake.
Yeah.
You know,
Canadians
not stupid.
Canada to be part of America.
Yeah, the next state or something.
51st or 52nd, would it be?
Yeah.
That would have been the 51st state, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Yeah. But the way he treated the Canadians and spoke to them, because I mean America's struggling now with certain minerals and stuff, because Canada's got the most lithium and what these minerals.
They fell out with America, didn't they? Yeah.
And you know they're going to have problems in the future because everyone's need these batteries now, lithium batteries and stuff, and Canada's got a lot of lithium and minerals.
Because they just fell out, didn't they?
Yeah, they fell out, and then Trump tried to get back with him, saying, "Do a deal
with
with
Elon Musk, wasn't it?
He
He
told
got
him
fell
where to
out
go,
with each
didn't
other.
he?
Yeah, he's been told he can't sell his cars in America now.
Yeah.
So I think he went off to Canada, I think.
Yeah, but this invasion of Iran is crazy. I mean, God knows what's going to happen with that. You know, it's I don't know what's going to happen. I did see the point when we don't need, you know, you can't let them get a nuclear bomb, but is that the only reason he's attacked him, or is it all to do with oil?
He's probably thinking about the oil again.
Yeah, it's all oil, isn't it?
He's got oil on the brain.
Yeah, I know. He said he was going to attack all the Iranian oil companies within 48 hours if they don't behave themselves.
And then he wanted to drag all the other countries in, didn't he? He wanted to pull NATO into it, pull the UK into it. Well, luckily Starmer actually stood up to him, not like Blair did in that illegal...
Yeah, that Blair seems to be getting involved in this Labour Party a lot, isn't he?
Well,
even though he was...
Yeah, but God, no, it's getting so dangerous, the world now.
Mind you, what we're going to give... Oh, we ain't even got a navy. Have we left?
Well,
I don't think we got nothing left.
But our forces are not like they used to be.
No.
But that's all down to money.
That's why we were the best in the world.
Yeah, at one point, it was. But it is really worrying now.
Yeah.
Things just move so quickly now, you know, from one crisis to another. And everyone's struggling now all around the world. Everyone's struggling.
Yeah, because the Russia are now basically our gas and something.
Yeah. That Putin bloke, he's a nutcase, isn't he? He's worse than Trump.
He wants to go in with the Iranians now, doesn't he? He just wants a rare, I think. He's bored.
I don't know.
Bored.
I mean, it's just all the waste of life, isn't it? All the deaths and all the soldiers dying in that Ukraine war. It's just
make it sound like cannon fodder, don't they?
Well, that's what he don't care about these people.
I know,
does he?
that's why they go work my ex-owner, isn't it, Roman Abramovich. He's now saying to the British government, I want that money that I want to go to Ukraine people of the war.
Yeah.
He said that money belongs to me, not you.
Yeah.
How much interest has this government made on it?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, 2.8 billion or something, 25 billion or something, yeah. Well, he's worth. Yeah, now he's fighting the British government now.
Oh, is he? Oh, right, yeah. But,
Shame he didn't take it. Shame he got kicked out of Chelsea over this war, innit? Chelsea would have been a bigger club. We'd have won something. Well, we can win an argument at the moment. I think we're
not as bad as Spurs and West Ham.
I don't care. As long as Tottenham get relegated, I don't care. Yeah, make it all worth it.
Yeah. Oh, it was a disappointing game the other day, wasn't it? Arsenal and Man City.
Oh, Man City.
Oh, we lost. Oh, such a shame. Man
Yeah, well,
City
they can't do the quadruple, could they?
Yeah,
But mind you, we got Man City the week after because it's international this week, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we got to play Man City in the cup. No, Man City in the league. Then Port Vale in the cup. Then we play their neighbours, Man United.
Yeah.
But that's when there's going to be a big protest at Chelsea, you know.
Is it?
All the people from Strasbourg, France, all coming over to England because we're owned by the same club.
Oh right.
Yeah, so it's going to be a big, massive. Even the Man United fans are joining Chelsea because they want the Glaziers out.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's all politics, isn't it? That's what it is.
It's all corruption as well, isn't it?
Of course, you can't tell me there ain't corruption in English football.
Of course there is.
VAR, the referee, oh mate, I'll tell you what, they're all on the backhand. But it's just proving it, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've been robbed five games on the trot. We should have had a penalty, but they just went no. And now we got this silly sponsor. We hadn't had a sponsor in 3 years. Now this one's 40 million or something until the end of the season.
God, it's a lot of money, that.
Yeah. Oh, mate, corruption.
Who's the sponsor now then?
Oh, I don't know. It's IFPO or something, whoever they are. Never even heard of them.
All right, let's have a quick word about why we support our teams. I'll start off with Arsenal, right?
Yeah, go on.
I've supported Arsenal since I was a little kid. I mean, the reason I started, because actually, my dad used to sing that before the Emirates. They Arsenal were at the Highbury,
yeah.
and my dad used to sing there every week at every home game with the Metropolitan Police Band. He used to sing there, and he used to take us in, and we used to watch the match. So we used to go. He used to take us every week. So so that's how I stuck with Arsenal, you know, because my dad's singing there every week with the police band. So that's why I like Arsenal. But let's hope they win the league this year, because they've been struggling. They haven't had any silverware for the last 6 years or something. Yeah, we need to win. You know, we've had enough of Man City, haven't we?
You won't.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
What about you, Dave? What do you like
Well,
Chelsea?
I've been supporting Chelsea for many, many years now. I used to love going there, watch Peter Osgood and the boys. You know, the cat, the goalkeeper. It was just every single week. All right, but the only thing with Chelsea, you obviously was the football violence. You know, because before you had all seating, you was allowed as many people as you like in, weren't you? Many games Robin might know this because we went down to the Valley. I think we lost about 3-4-0 to Charlton, and they set fire to the stadium.
Oh, God.
And he was just fighting. It was about 50,000 Chelsea in Charlton.
Oh,
Because they were, Because, as I say, I used to go and watch Charlton when I lived in Valley Grove, and I think I paid about 22p to get into the ground, and then it went up to something like 50, because Chelsea was £1, and that was a hell of a lot of money in those days.
Wow.
No one can afford that £1 to get in Chelsea. Now you look at £1 now, you just laugh at it.
Yeah.
Going to get you nothing, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you know, as I say, before all this horrible sponsorship, big owners coming in from other countries, I think they just basically ruined football.
Yeah.
Because I used to love football.
Yeah. What about you, Robin?
Well, I was brought down there by my older brother, who's passed away now. But anyway, he brought me down there, and I thought, oh, this is nice, you know, watching the football and that. And then later on, I took one of my motorbike mates once, and he didn't know what the hell was going on. He'd never been to a football match, and he's going on back, kick him in the shins, and hit him in the, you know, private parts sort of thing, and everything he was saying, and I felt like I wanted the ground to swallow me up. Everybody else all around us was looking at me as if I was mad, and him as if he's mad. So I just said, you'll have to excuse my mate. He's had been to a football match before. They were all laughing then.
Yeah, I used
Anyway, and then, but then afterwards, when I was about 22, I met some mates up the Old Kent that used to live up the Old Kent Road, so I've defected to Millwall for a few years. And then,
not a great area to be, yeah.
So I defected to them for a few years. So but it used to be Coldblow Lane then.
Yeah, that's it.
Coldblow Lane. And so I've never actually been to that, what you might call the new stadium.
New Den, yeah.
New Den, no, I've never been there.
Yeah, no one likes us. We don't care. Yeah, oh, mate. Right.
Yeah, so that's...
Because Charlton was a family club, weren't they, really?
Yeah, family club, yeah.
Because they were the second biggest to Wembley at one time.
Were they?
They were, yeah. Because where all the flats are in our houses, that's where Charlton Football Ground went straight away back. They had the biggest floodlights, tallest floodlights.
Oh, right.
And that's when they had the Who down there.
Oh, the Who,
Oh, the Who,
Yeah. You know, and that was like £4.50 getting out. It was because when I used to live in Valley Grove, they used to sleep on the stairs. No one got any milk. They used to nick it all. Every single flat in Valley Grove was literally full of Who fans, just sleeping, ready for the concert. Roger Daltrey and the boys, yeah. Because I didn't know Kirbishley, the manager then, his brother was actually the manager of the Who.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talk about a small world.
Yeah. Typical at the Valley, because he was the Charlton manager, wasn't he, obviously?
Oh, I've got another funny story about Charlton. And anyway, where I play table tennis, the lady who helps run it, Bernice, I think she's Jamaican, but anyway, that's irrelevant. But she said she was working down Charlton at the time. I can't think who for, but anyway, she was working down Charlton, and one day she's in her office, right, and Kirbishley's come back from his holidays. He's been abroad, so he's all suntanned and that. So he comes in there and he just walks in, and she said, "Hey, where are you going, mister?" You know, sort of thing. And he just ignored her. So he said, "I'm talking to you. Look, this is my part of the building. This is my office. You're coming through my office." And he still didn't say anything. And then somebody said, "That's the Charlton manager, it's Alan Kirbishley." She goes, "I don't care," because they're a bit laid back, Jamaicans.
Yeah.
So she goes, "I don't care who he is. He's not my manager. He can't come through it." And she was going to stop him, but they obviously they didn't stop him.
Yeah. A few times I met the Chelsea manager, Jose Mourinho, and he was quite a nice guy. Yeah, and you know he was just so laid back. He didn't care about much, and he used to say, go over there, or go over there. He said, "Enjoy yourself." So I thought, okay, and that was it. Yeah, my good times at Chelsea, good times, bad times, obviously. Got beaten up down a couple of times by Millwall fans and West Ham fans and Man United fans. Yeah, apart from that was all right. Yeah, had some good wins. And now all we do is lose now. Every week.
Did you go to the away games?
I used to in the early 80s, yeah. I went absolutely everywhere with Chelsea.
I mean, it's a bit silly now, but the worst thing I ever done was, I think we went to Birmingham once, and I ran on the pitch, because you was more able to run on the pitch then, weren't you? Mm. I ran on the pitch and started standing on all their balloons.
Yeah, no, they got
it or whatever, and I thought that was a big deal, you know. Yeah. And then afterwards, they invited us round to the club for, the clubhouse for drinks and stuff in the evening.
Yeah, Yeah, don't do that now, would they? They wouldn't give it a time of
We
the
got
day,
the
these
coach back and
footballers.
we ended up
Yeah.
back early hours of the morning getting back to that.
So what do you guys think about the modern game now with this VAR and all that? I
Well,
mean,
that's all right, but it's
don't
all.
like it.
What I hate these days is when they're taking a corner and they're all trying to hold each
Yeah.
other in the gap, trying to stop the opponent's
yeah,
heading it in. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
this World Cup should be interesting because
should-
they're going
they
to
should
put
be
all
able
that
to-
into the next
stamp
Premier
that
League,
out
innit?
somehow,
Yeah.
because it's really getting
it's getting a bit
beyond
silly,
the
isn't
joke,
it?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Mind you, when you used to go football, the goalkeeper, you pass it back to your goalkeeper, you used to be able to pick it up and just stand it, didn't he?
And
And
all this pettiness about, say you're behind the goal, and it's the opponent's goal, right? All this shouting, all this sort of building up to a big sort of cheer, and then you go, oh, blank. I won't say the word, but you know, they're trying to kick. You're trying to put them off, as if a professional footballer, a goalkeeper's going to be put off by people shouting, ooh, and
Yeah. It never puts the goalkeeper off, does it?
afterwards.
Our goalkeepers put themselves off, I tell you. When he grabbed the ball, it went straight through his legs, straight through his armpits, and straight into the back of the net. I thought, yeah, great. Same old Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think the VAR is good in some cases, but they do. It's sometimes
They do mess up.
It could take up to 3 minutes to make a decision. So that sort of slows
It's
the game
about
down a bit, doesn't
6-7 minutes. Or,
Is that the longest one? Oh,
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Because now, what they're going to do in this World Cup, and they're going to bring it into the Premier League next year,
Yeah.
you've got 5 seconds to take a throw on.
Really? 5 seconds?
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Well,
It
that's-
takes 8 minutes for the goalkeeper to drop the ball and kick it to the other side. And now they're saying now, if
8
you...
minutes?
Yeah, 8 seconds.
Oh,
sorry.
8 seconds.
They say now, if you get injured on a pitch and you fake it, you've got to get off straight away. And then they mess with the substitute coming on. He's got to stay off the pitch for another 1 minute. Yeah, all these brand new rules.
Yeah.
I agree with Arsene Wenger, the old Arsenal manager. I think this offside, what was it, Nottingham Forest last week? I think his bootlace was offside. Yeah. And Arsene Wenger said, no, just make it a gap, then you're offside. You're level, just carry on.
Yeah. I think they should learn from rugby, you know, they should have these sin bins, you know, and take them off, you know.
Yeah, get 10 minutes, then you're in the sin
bin
bin
or
or something.
that.
Yeah.
That'll make them, that'll stop
Same
them,
as in hockey, innit?
stop them messing about, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the old yellow cards, red cards. I remember when years ago football used first yellow, then it was orange, then it was red, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't
Yeah, in the olden days, yeah, it was. You used to have 3 cards, yeah.
Oh.
Yellow, orange and red. So you had 3 attempts at kicking someone, because the old days of Leeds and Chelsea, the referees in them days, they didn't care. They let you bite each other, punch you in the face. But referees now, as soon as they kick a ball and they fall over, and the referee blows the whistle for a foul. Yeah. It's good days of football, that.
I think we've come to the end of our third podcast now. And, well, I hope you enjoyed listening to us. These 3 old
Rabbit on.
three old guys ranting on.
Yeah.
But so it'll be good to get a nice little following for us.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope you enjoyed it all. So it's goodbye from Robin.
Bye.
It's goodbye from
Yeah.
Dave.
Take care, mate.
And it's goodbye from Tim. Bye bye.